Hello everybody, welcome to my Railgun Chapter 82 review for whatever week this came out. Well, actually it was kind of two mangas chapters that came out. So yeah, last time we left off, oh wait, no, there wasn't a last time, because I didn't do the last chapter because that chapter was just non-cooperative with me. But yeah, this chapter, however, will even if I have to work on it for another like 5 weeks. So yeah, great. So yeah, chapter starts off with Rocco kind of looking for wait, what happened? Oh, sorry, my computer just flipped out. Every time I do a manga, every time. Okay, she kind of starts off for looking like we see her kind of stalking at the beginning of like the last chapter before Frenda got shot. We see her kind of looking at them, kind of thinking in her head, oh, I can see the blood on Frenda and all this stuff, and I have to point out that her little chest area is kind of poking out there a lot in this chapter, so don't mind me if I get distracted by that. But yeah, we also get a weird like bio of like crap, what was his name? Yobo Banko, which is the weirdest name ever. Even in Japanese, I feel like that's a weird name. We get like this weird bio on him saying, "Oh, he's a psychokinesis. He can turn invisible. He's confident that his ability surpasses or is equal to a level 5 and all this crap." And it's like, I'm just sitting here thinking, this guy just got killed.
Captain Obvious, why are you running for president?
Because it's a lot faster than walking for president.
Captain Obvious,
no, darn it. Sorry, sometimes the manga page plays ads. I have to get off of it now, so I apologize if I forget anything. But yeah, it's just kind of weird. Like, I'm just sitting here, I'm just thinking to myself, I don't really care about this guy because he was literally one-shotted by dark matter. So, continuing. Okay, so we continue and we see Frenda kind of flipping out because she got all shot and all that stuff, and she's looking around and she grabs Frenda's hand, or Satine's hand, and she's freaking out. She goes behind the pillar, she pulls out her phone, and boom, it gets shot, to which it kind of leaves her all like confused, like there's no way that a sniper from like a building or anywhere else could really just flat out shoot a phone like that, even though it kind of looked like she was just like literally holding it outside of where they were standing. Like, personally, I would just put it in front of me, but I don't know, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, it gets kind of shot and broken, and she grabs a hold of Satin and runs away, and we get a really weird scene of Rocco kind of scooping up the blood and kind of just licking it, and yeah. This is kind of a weird scene, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you can see the blood drop. I mean, she's an expert tracker. I don't think she needs to literally scoop out the blood with her finger and just start licking it. That's how you get herpes, kids. Or whatever. But yeah, she uses her Batman detective vision to see where they've been, and it kind of shows like where she's been and stuff, which, was kind of cool. I like the whole white sperm-looking stuff on the ground. But she kind of follows them, and they go to a mall of all places. Like, I guess, like, we're talking about Frenda here. She doesn't really care about civilians. She's not exactly a hero of justice or anything. So I guess her going into a mall full of people would be the best strategy. She has the sniper. But, I mean, still, you can, whatever. I was just kind of confused with the whole thing. Honestly, and what she's talking about, getting into disguise and stuff, but she gets shot again, and when she's flipping out, thinking how, like, they're in the crowd somewhere, oh my gosh, and all that stuff, so she's still running away, a lot of running away in this chapter, and which, Sutton kind of mentions a weird thing, saying how we should get someone for help, and it's like, Brenda's like, they just get shot, pretty much, yeah, but, wait, what? Oh my gosh. A lot of stuff is happening. Apparently I'm a lucky winner of a thing on my whatever. On the internet or whatever. But yeah, she's running away. And then we get like a shot of like this deer. It's kind of messed up little picture actually. It was like a deer and you see it getting shot in the head, and she's saying how there are two types of hunters. There's the one hunter that enjoys not being detected, having a clean job, and there's the other one that likes to show off and shoot the deer a bunch. And yeah, make it suffer and all that stuff. To which she kind of admits she's actually that type of hunter, and we see Rocco kind of up on like a little balcony place and whatnot, smiling. And we see a random guy kind of just walking around, like a flashback basically, and we see him like getting shot and stuff, which I imagine, I guess he did something bad to school or didn't pay them or whatever, and he got shot. And we see Rocco kind of telling her, or at least subordinates, not really subordinates, but I guess members, to take up the mess, in which we kind of get a little bit of her little prey speech again. And once again, they're starting, and its friend that kind of runs into this fat guy, in which she all of a sudden just attacks out of nowhere, and which she's saying how this is the guy that was attacking us. And she calls him a pervert too, which is, I guess, because he's fat, I don't know. And she's saying how this is the guy that shot me, and Sutton just kind of points out that the bag is full of, like, golf clubs, in which we get a pretty funny picture of her just stopping her foot and just flat out just stomping the guy's balls in, and just kind of drags friend away. And which we see Rocco again, and she's still detecting her with her Batman detective vision. And when she notices she splattered something on the ground, which we find out later that's a sticky substance, because we see Fukiyose and Hinigami, of all people, in that mall. We see the fat guy that got beat up by Frenda bump right into her, in which he kind of steps on it and falls down, hands get stuck, can't move, and his pants kind of rip. Which, you really have to say that, since he doesn't get beat up by Hinigami or freaking Fukiyose, just kind of tells you if that was Tomo, he would have gotten beat up. So yeah, they both kind of say, oh, that was close. That would have been... We would have gotten into, like, some freaking fan service crap if we got into that. But, yeah. And then we see Rocco. I thought that was a weird thing. I don't know. I guess that was just to show what it was. I don't know. But then we see Rocco kind of noticing all these traps Frenda placed, in which she's not having any of it. She's just noticing every single one. And we also, I didn't notice this after the second time I read it, though. Frenda gets shot in the ear, like half of her ear is gone, which I thought was pretty freaking epic. And then we cut back to Banka, the guy who got the bio on, who's kind of making this guy float with his psychokinesis or whatever. And we see a girl in the dress, what the fandom calls her, I don't know her name, so I can't really say her name. To which they're talking about Rocco's bad habits of, shooting people too much, or prey, or all that stuff, in which we see Sutton kind of taking, or at least Frenda, like, bending down and just losing so much blood and whatnot, and what she's thinking that, like, the trap she set aren't doing anything because she's avoiding them and all that. And what she's thinking, she needs to use Satina as bait and all that. And which we see Rocco fixing the shooter in the legs, and when we see her has like this normal girly expression on her face, like whoa, and like she's thinking that if they see her, this will be like, oh, Destiny, would you want to hang out? Like, if she's thinking, if they tell her to hang out with her, she doesn't know if she'll say no yet, but it's like she's just standing there with this hand out, and she's smiling, and she's just thinking to herself, like, my assassin skills are so good that they haven't noticed me. But personally, I would think I would notice a girl that dresses like that or looks like that, but they didn't notice her, surprisingly. So I guess her assassination skills are pretty cool. Yeah. So Frenda's still running away, in which we get like little flashbacks of her thinking about Sutton and all that, or at least Sutton thinking about it, I think, and she kind of thinks, or no, it was Frenda, but she thinks that they should separate, make the killer or tracker kind of losing his edge or whatnot, which is a good idea, I guess. And Frenda was gonna use Sutton as bait to lure the killer from her. That way she could tell who the tracker was. But Sutton actually suggests this, in which Frenda kind of freaks out, saying how you're just an idiot for suggesting that, even though she was about to suggest it. But yeah, I mean, that's how the thing goes. She kind of gives her a little lecture about, once you're level 0, you're dumb, you're an idiot, all that stuff. And Sutton's like, don't worry, I'm a fast runner. Okay. But yeah, Sutton I keep getting their names mixed. I don't know. They're just so weird names. Frenda's kind of worried, but you can like she doesn't act like she's worried, but it's like Frenda's like one of those characters that she may not act like. She may act like she doesn't like you, but she actually kind of likes you. And then it's like we see Roka kind of worrying about if Yobo will scold her again, like because she has a bad habit of shooting people too much. That's pretty much what it is. And Rocco notices that Frenda kind of put Satan out there, and she's thinking that she can only track people if they're running away, but if she's still coming forward to them, then she can't notice, which I guess is the very definition of a tracker, pretty much. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird just to say that in some way, but. Yeah, I mean, we also get like a little flashback of what the plan was and all that. Some dialogue between Satan and Frenda, but I didn't really find that quite, interesting. But mainly Rocco was kind of thinking that, I'll just she's obviously sending her out to, see who I am or identify me is what I should say. And which she's kind of blending into her surroundings, looking around, looking all girly and all that. Which, personally, I would still notice her with that outfit, who spot the person in this crowd that doesn't match. It just, she's cool and everything, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like common sense could be applied here. Like, who's my killer? Maybe it's the girl with, like, the little bags around her waist, and wearing light clothing and all that. But yeah, she's walking around looking all girly and all that. And then she notices that Sutton is carrying a bunch of bombs, or at least, or the bombs Frenda uses, and which she kind of flips out and notices that she is obviously using them to, get the killer out. And she's thinking, is she really that cruel to use these bombs in front of all these innocent people? And which she kind of runs, she freaks out, she gets behind a pillar before they explode, and she crap, I lost my train of thought. Which they don't explode. Like everyone's like, you dropped your weird doll, son. Like she's like, yeah. And Brenda notices who she is because she had that reaction. And when she charges towards Yoko or Roka with a sick drop kick with her high heels, no less, which I bet that hurts. And which she just gets hit in which she fires her a gun, which is confirmed now that her little sniper thing is actually sort of like a Spider-Man-esque type of thing where she hides the little mechanism in her in her sleeve, like a little gun in her sleeve, and then we get like pretty sick fight. Brenda kicks her and all that stuff, in which she explains that she used her stuffed bombs to flush her out, in which you're gonna. And Yoko's like, you're gonna regret this. So that's the end of this chapter. I found this
Please upgrade your media player for faster HD playback. It only takes a minute on broadband, and there's no restart required. Just click this button and follow the easy steps on screen.
Because, she's funny. I like her. She's like a mix of good and like sadistic. Like her hunting people. She isn't really evil. She just has like a really bad how do you say it? She has like a bad habit. She's like has a really, really bad habit, pretty much. Like her stalking people is her habit, or whatever, or at least shooting them and stuff. But I really enjoyed. I enjoyed this. It kind of showed off what Frenda has with Satan and all that. Some violence and some kicking fat guys in the nuts. I always enjoy that stuff. So sorry if this review took a little bit. The video might have, but the editing will. Because it's 45. Well, technically, it's 43, but, it's still 47. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Chapter 82. Chapter 83 will come soon. So, I will see you guys next time. Catch you later. Yeah.